Hey everybody, today's a little bit different. The point of the video is to show how to go from like an all-day makeup look as such to go into a subtle kind of glam in the evening or a full-blown glam. So I'm going to be talking throughout. This look is mainly 2 shadows, and don't worry about the details because quite frankly I can do another tutorial on it if you want, but this is just something basic that I wore to run errands today and kind of just do different things around the house. But so any kind of look that you already have, you can still use the techniques I'm going to put out there to kind of transform things. So a basic to start with is to like revamp your face, because I've got some splotches and whatnot going on, and maybe some of your foundation has run out. So what I tend to do is repowder my face, and yes, that'll go over your highlight and contour and whatever, unless you don't do that for work. Well, because you're not extra like me, that's fine. Makes the step a little bit easier for you. But I just like to kind of reset this also, like if you use a denser powder or like a powder foundation, then it'll provide coverage in spots that are missing, but this just kind of gets everything down and fresh, I guess. So you can still see kind of, I did like a little bit of bronzing to go out. So what I'm gonna do is go in and actually contour, and I'm gonna go in with Hoola bronzer. Just to kind of use just a little bit to cut those cheeks. Okay, so we got that going on. And then you'll see when I go into the more intense look, like I'll bump that up a little bit. For highlight, I'm just going in for something kind of subtle. I'm thinking like this might be like a casual date night. Maybe you're just going out to meet some friends. We're not going like full blown wear a dress, trying to get some look. But I'm going to go in with the NYX Illuminator, and I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush because this is a pretty decent highlight, especially for drugstore. It's very like glow from within. So it's just a little bit to kind of give you a little bit of a perkiness. And I forgot to take off the lip gloss I was wearing. Stuff's sticking to it. Okay, so that's kind of how I redo the face. My brows stayed on pretty well. I'm not really going to do anything to them. Mascara I might go back in with just mainly on the lashes that aren't really covered anymore, just because it tends to gunk up, but I'll get there when I get to the eyes. So for part of the eyes I used the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm going to go back in with it just because that base color that you see all over my lid, which if I could open the thing, I used Whimsy all over my lid. So I'm just kind of going to pull from this as well, because the color next to it called Smoked, that's what I'm going to go in with. It's a deeper brown. And just to easily make life work for you, what I tend to do if I'm going from day to night is I will put like a darker color on the outside, and then I will apply highlights just to make it easy. And I'll also take this same color and put it in my waterline, and then put that whimsy color underneath. So that's kind of what I'm going to go about doing at this point. So on the outer third, I'm just creating some shape. So something basic. Creating a nice little like V out in the corner. And it gives your eye a little bit more pizzazz, let's say. And I'm using kind of a flat, fluffy brush. It doesn't pick up too much color, so that allows me to gradually build it up. But I like how I can just kind of like swipe it in this motion and then also give the V so that it goes into the crease a little bit. And I can turn it and also do the same to kind of help it blend it. It just gives you a little bit more depth, and anytime you add darkness, I feel like it just adds some sultriness to the look, let's say. See? Cool. Okay. So, if I wasn't going for more dramatic in a couple minutes, then I would reapply the same color, which was Whimsy from the palette, all over the lid again, just so that, like, you can see a little bit of creasing in my eye. Right now I'm going to be putting different stuff on top, so I'm just going to skip that step. But I'm going to take that smoked color, that brown, the dark brown that I was just using, and put it in my waterline. Thought I could do it without a mirror, just kidding. Now I'm pulling my eye like really down so that I can just get the waterline. That helps me like not mess up my lower lashes that bad. Because if you're just like smearing it, then that can make your lower lashes flake. And we're trying to do this all so quickly so that you can like run home, go out type deal. Okay, so then I'm taking the Whimsy color, which was this orangey color, and I'm going on my lower lash line, so just kind of buffing things out underneath. Also connect it to what you were doing. So I bring it all the way up to that darker color. Great. Now quickly, we're gonna use the highlight anyway. For the next part, there is a foiled kind of shadow in the palette called Glam. And I'm gonna put that on my brows, or my brow bone. It's got like a nice golden color. Really just kind of ties everything together. And then on my inner corners as well. See? Super easy. And then to top off the look, obviously with your lips, I'm going to go in with Rimmel's new Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color. And the color is Blush. And this is just like kind of a nude color that doesn't overly take this to another level or anything. Just makes it click. So there's your first look. Easy, done, great. Now, look number 2. We're going from where we were with the first look. I just took the lipstick off. And what we're gonna do is add more. Don't mind my dogs, if you can hear them. We're just gonna add like a whole lot more bling to it. So to start off, I'm going to re-emphasize my face, where'd the brush go? I'm just gonna make my contour a little bit more. And I'm going in with Wet n Wild's contouring palette. I don't know why it doubles, but I'm using the dark shade, obviously. And I'm just really just barely adding anything. Ooh, because that's just more to define it. And then I'll blend it out a little bit. Add up top a little bit and bring it down. So see, it just kind of adds a sharpness to it. And then to blind y'all with my highlight, I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette, and I'm going to use the color, I believe it's Prosecco. Yes, Prosecco Pop. Of course my dogs are barking. Sorry. I'll try and edit them out. No promises. So I'm really just blinging out my cheek. Look at that difference. Subtle. Nice. Boom. Nice. Boom. Okay. So you're putting that on the same places you were putting the others. I'm also kind of adding a little bit more because why not? Why not? So for the eyes, this is where we're amping it up. For me, I like this look, but I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to go in also with Prosecco Pop and put it on the highlighting parts where I put Glam before. It really just like amps it up. And this is a strong highlight as is by itself, so don't feel like, oh, you had this underneath, it's not gonna do anything. No. I could be seen for miles. So, we re-emphasized the highlighting parts. And now, we're gonna go in with ColourPop shadows, which if you haven't used their Super Shock shadows, say it 3 times fast, they're a little weird, but they're awesome. So usually you go in with your finger or use like a really dense brush because it's kind of mushy. You really have to use them to experience it. But to start off, I'm going in with Arrow, which is this cool, I don't even know, like reddish coppery color, which kind of matches the Whimsy that I had on the lid. And I'm gonna try this brush first and see if this works. So I'm gonna, ooh, see, like it makes like a divot. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. See, I just kind of smooshed and made a divot. It's kind of like a putty. That's a better explanation for it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and put it all across the lid. where it meets up with the dark color, okay? Okay, so see the difference between the two? And with these shadows, you really have to work quick. So like if you're putting more and more, you really have to be diligent about it, or it's gonna get weird on you. It won't be as cooperative. Yeah. Bling bling. Okay. So I put the reddish copper pretty much everywhere. And because I'm just a little bit more than I need to be, I'm going in with a second shadow, which is called Sequin. It's got this golden kind of coppery reflect throughout it. And I'm gonna put that more towards the inner part of the eye. Okay. Too much, too much. Okay. I'm just really focusing on that like inner third. You see it? Okay. Boom. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person it gives almost, it's like a slight gradient. And it really gives like a cool effect to the eye. Hi Sandy. My dog came to visit. I'm trying to do a video. Hi baby girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Hi boo. Say hi Sandy. Okay. So, you got your glam. You got your glitter. Your brows are good. Your face is cut. Now for lips. Let's go with this one. This is also a ColourPop product. It's their Ultra Matte Lips. And I'm using the color Love Bug. It's the darkest color that I have at the moment. Sandy's getting into things. And since you're going for more of a sultry look, like a glam night on the town look, I thought a deep lip would be a cool idea. It's a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more romantic. You could also do the eye with the more subtle lip as well. Either kind of way, but hopefully you guys liked it. Here you have two looks to be able to go from day to night in a short amount of time. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.